I have said this before and I will say it probably 10,000 times again. Getting to that 1,000 subscriber mark is something that most creators are really like chomping at the bit to do, because it's kind of that first level of knowing your success on this platform, right? But also the journey from 0 to 1,000 subscribers can be really freaking grueling, can feel really freaking impossible. And today I want to chat about how you can possibly get 1,000 subscribers in the next 30 days. So whether that's your first 1,000 or your next 1,000, I'm gonna give you all the details. Hey, howdy, hey, y'all, what is up? If you are new here, my name is Jessica Stansberry and I am pumped that you are here. First, I have to say a big thank you to today's sponsor, Skillshare. I'm gonna tell you way more about them in a minute and how they can help you on your YouTube journey, but thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring this video. Listen, I've told my story of my journey from 0 to several different milestones up until this point, but my journey from 0 to 1,000 was a magical journey where I figured out in the middle of the journey that I actually needed to take it seriously. And I've told this story before, but it took me well over a year to hit my first 1,000 subscribers. But when I got really serious about growing my channel, I added 1,000 subscribers in about a 2-month period. And looking back and knowing what I know now, I think I could have done that even quicker. So if you are looking to hit your first 1,000 or your next 1,000, this is the video for you. And these tips are gonna be super actionable and actually make sense and be things that you can actually turn around and do today / in your next upload / in the next 30 days. Now, the reason most people want to get to that 1,000 subscriber mark is because that's part of the formula for getting monetized here on the platform. But you also need to remember that you not only need 1,000 subscribers, but you need 4,000 watch time hours on the platform as well. And the reason they do that now is because, you know, if someone starts on YouTube and they have a large audience somewhere else and they send their entire audience over to YouTube, they could possibly hit 1,000 subscribers in a day or a couple of hours. But that doesn't actually prove the validity of their channel until they actually get those watch time hours. So it kind of acts as a fail-safe to say, you know what, we know that if someone has hit this and this, then they are worth us taking the time to put ads on their channel and they're providing quality content. I have 5 things to share with you today, and they are in absolutely no particular order. They're all 5 very, very important in your journey to get more subscribers in the next 30 days, okay? So first things first, guys, you have to nail your niche. You have to know who you're talking to. You have to know who your audience is. You have to know who's gonna want your content. You have to know that for so many different reasons. And I've done videos specifically about niching that I will have popping across the screen and linked in the description below. But essentially, if you don't know who you're talking to, if you don't know who that, you know, ideal viewer of your channel is, then how do you expect YouTube to know? And how do you expect YouTube to show your content off, right? And the biggest way to grow the quickest on the platform is for YouTube to pick up a piece of your content and run with it. And it will never do that if it doesn't know who you're trying to attract. So if you're just kind of throwing spaghetti at the wall and you're, you know, creating this piece of content for this person and this piece of content for this person, you may have some pieces of content kind of pop off, but if those people who are watching it aren't sticking around and subscribing, YouTube is not going to continue to serve up that video to those people. So you have to nail your niche, and you absolutely have to, you know, understand who you're creating videos for. It's gonna help you create videos in a way where you know that the person on the other end of the camera is going to want to see what you're talking about. But 2, again, it's gonna help YouTube figure out who to show your videos to. And 3, it's going to kind of automatically vet the people watching your channel and watching your videos, so they self-qualify as someone who should be subscribed to your channel. So again, if you've got a video way out here in far left field and way out here in far right field, I pointed the wrong directions, far right field and far left field, and there are 2 totally different people who would watch those videos, and someone finds you for video A and they go look on your channel and you're talking about all these things over in video B, they're not going to subscribe. But if they find you with video A and video B is closely related, they're then going to kind of go through the process of figuring out if they want to subscribe to your channel or not. And since we are talking about gaining subscribers quicker, you absolutely need to make sure they're subscribing, not just watching. And that brings me to my next point. And that is to kind of pimp out your YouTube channel in a way where if someone finds one of your videos and they take that extra second to come to your profile, come to your YouTube channel and start checking out your content, etc., that they feel like they're in the right place and they hit subscribe. So here's what I mean by like pimping out your YouTube channel. What's gonna happen when someone finds a video that they like of yours is that they're either gonna watch the next video in the series that YouTube serves up to them, or they're going to click on your name and go over to your channel. And at that point, you need to really impress them with the way your channel looks. A branded feel, a cover photo that tells them they're in the right place, what you do, who you are, how they are gonna be served on your channel, other videos like the one they just found, and hours of content that they can watch if they want to. So when you're looking to pimp out your profile, the purpose of this is to make them feel as if they're in the right place. You're kind of answering their questions before they have a chance to ask them. So if they're watching a video from you on how to get started on YouTube and they click over to your profile and they're kind of thinking to themselves, who is this person? I wonder what they talk about. I wonder what their whole spiel is or their shtick, right? Like I wonder what it is. And they come over to your channel and it's just kind of like a plain old, one row of videos and, no pretty thumbnails and your timeline photo doesn't have anything that tells them they should stay. They're likely not going to hit subscribe and they're also likely not going to watch more videos from you. But if they click over and see that you have tons and tons of videos for them to watch and you are calling them out in your cover photo and telling them that this channel is for them, they're going to hit subscribe. Now, inevitably, when I say make sure your homepage is full of videos for them to watch, I'm going to get the question, Jessica, we're brand new channels here, girl. How are we gonna have a whole page full of videos for them to watch like you just showed on your channel? Here's the key. First of all, YouTube cares more about you bringing people to the platform and you being the first video someone watches on the platform than they care about the fact that that person then watched hundreds and hundreds of your videos. So you get like an extra gold star from YouTube when you bring someone to the platform and when they watch your video first. And when I say bring someone to the platform, that could be through search or a blog post or social media, but that could also be that they came to the platform, did a search, and your video was the first one they watched, okay? So you get kind of extra points for that. Now, ideally, obviously, you would want them to go on and watch more and more of your videos on that same subject, of things they're interested in, whatever. But if you're brand new and just getting started, that's not a real possibility. So the key is just to keep them on the platform. If you keep them on the platform, YouTube is going to continue to give you those gold stars and those rewards for being the video that kept people on the platform for an hour or 2 hours or whatever. So basically what I'm saying is until you have enough of your own videos to fill up the homepage of your YouTube channel, go ahead and fill it up with other people's videos that are relevant to your ideal watcher. So you can absolutely create playlists with other people's videos in them and put them on your channel in a way where you're acting as a resource to the people who came to your channel to begin with. So let's say they're coming in through a video on how to take pictures on the Canon 70D. I just had this sitting on my desk. Seemed like a good video idea. And you have like one other video about photography or you have another video about presets or something like that, but that's it because you're brand new, because I get it. That's who's watching this video. So instead of just like letting them come to your channel and just seeing 2 videos, what you need to do is create playlists from other creators who are going to be able to help them along the way. So, oh, you found me for my video on how to take pictures with the Canon 70D. Ooh, you probably need to know how to edit in Lightroom. Let me create a whole Lightroom playlist from other creators that are going to teach you how to edit in Lightroom. And I'm going to use that to fill part of my homepage. Then I'm going to create a playlist from other creators who teach you how to edit in Photoshop or who teach you how to use other non-Canon cameras. So basically you can be known for and be seen as an expert without it being full of your content, which is kind of cool. Now, again, I'm gonna say it again. Obviously, you want this to be your content. Obviously, ideally, the whole page is filled up with your content. That way they are binging and watching that. But in my personal opinion, if we're trying to get people from I just watched a video of yours to now I'm on your channel and I need to decide whether I'm going to subscribe, it is going to be better for you to have a full homepage, all pimped out, all ready to go, all telling them that this is the place for them, even if that is with other people's videos, than it will be for you to have a completely blank homepage, okay? All right, third thing we're gonna talk about, and I have talked about this until I'm blue in the face, but that is to focus on search-driven content. Listen to me. Listen to me. If you hear nothing else from this video, let me tell you this. You are going to hit your first 1,000 subscribers way quicker when the content you're putting out is heavily optimized for search than you are for content that is not necessarily search friendly or like the vlog style content. So if you are looking to hit that number quicker, then you definitely need to spend the first month, 2 months, whatever, trying to focus heavily on search-driven content for your ideal watcher so that you're basically increasing the odds that the right people are going to find your channel. Now, yes, absolutely, there are people who grow without creating search-driven content. There are people who grow quickly by creating content that doesn't have anything to do with search. I recently stumbled on a video here on YouTube that was released about a year ago from a creator named Myra West. And the title of this video is 21 years old, I have no friends. Guys, nobody is going to the Google box and searching for I have no friends or 21-year-old with no friends. That's not how her video popped off. Also, this was like her third video on YouTube, and up until that point, she had really not done anything right as far as like the standard rules of having your channel ready for subscribers to want to subscribe or focusing on search content or having good thumbnails. She hadn't really done any of that right yet. But that video has 4.9 million views now a year later, and I'm certain was a catalyst for growth for her. And since that video, she's only published 28 videos, so it's not like she has a ton of content on her channel, and she has about 97,000 subscribers. Now, there was a lot that I think that went on kind of getting that video to go viral and to explode. And usually when something starts picking up steam, it keeps picking up steam because other people pick it up and it's like a whole thing. But there is no world where that is the normal and something that you can always plan on. There have been videos on my channel that I think are just going to go massively viral and they completely flop. There are videos where I try really hard not to focus on search and try and make it a really conversational video or, you know, a vlog style video, and they never get picked up. And I'm not saying my channel is the end all beat all. So my point here is, yes, absolutely, you can grow quickly without focusing on search. But it is not the norm, it is not the average, it is not the, the standard for what goes on. The standard here is that you need to focus on search as much as you possibly can until your channel starts to grow kind of on autopilot in an upward trajectory. So again, going back to the point of this video, if you are looking to get your first 1,000 subscribers in a really short amount of time, you need to be focusing on search-driven content, because then people can come to YouTube, search for the thing, find your videos, come to your homepage, see how awesome you are. You are creating videos for them because you have nailed your niche and you've just gained yourself a subscriber from a simple search on the second largest search engine in the world. There literally could not be a more perfect sponsor for this video because Skillshare has thousands, guys, of classes to help you learn hashtag all the things about hashtag all the things. So if you're watching this video, I know you're wanting to learn more about YouTube, and you may be hung up on the technicalities of everything, the filming, the editing, the sound, whatever, or you may just be looking for more and more content to help you grow on the platform, and Skillshare has got you covered. If you do a quick search on Skillshare's website for YouTube, you're gonna get a ton of courses, again, to help you film, edit, create end screens, create thumbnails, whatever you want. And you are absolutely not going to go wrong with any of the classes on Skillshare. Just in this section alone, you have massively helpful classes from people like Sarah Dietschy. And if you've been on YouTube or watching YouTube for any amount of time, Sarah is this amazing vlog, tech, entrepreneurship, creative YouTuber, and she has a class on Skillshare for how to vlog. She's gonna teach you how to do it, the storytelling, the editing, the camera you need, how to publish it, all the things. And that's just one really freaking awesome class that you can take to learn more about YouTube. Now, not only can you learn about YouTube and filming and editing, but there are thousands of other classes on Skillshare where you can learn about entrepreneurship, marketing, accounting, graphic design, and so much more. So basically you have no freaking excuse to not know the things you need to know to get yourself to the next level. And for less than $10 a month with their annual subscription, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Here is the dealio. Skillshare gave me a link to give you guys a free trial of the premium membership. So you can get started today with taking these classes and learning the things you need to learn. That link is only available for the first 1,000 of my subscribers that clicks it. So make sure if you are looking to sign up for Skillshare to learn the things that you go ahead and click that link below in the description. Thank you again, Skillshare, so very much for sponsoring this video. I can't wait to see what you guys do with the classes you take on Skillshare and how that elevates your brand, your YouTube channel, and whatever you're trying to do in this world. This video is sponsored by Skillshare, not Bubbly Water, but Bubbly. Where you at? Where are you at? Okay, this next thing I'm going to mention is not going to be something that everybody can do. And I know that that's really hard sometimes, but just skip it and do the other things, okay? But this is something that you can do if you already have an existing audience on other platforms. So let's say you already have an Instagram audience, you already have a little bit of a Facebook audience, maybe you have a Facebook group, maybe you're in a Facebook group and you're really active, maybe you have an email list, maybe you have whatever, right? A local community, it could be really anything. But this tip is to throw your existing audience at YouTube. Now, this is not a fail-safe method, and the reason for that is a lot of the times when someone follows you on a platform, so I have 10,000 Instagram followers and I want to start a YouTube channel. Oh, I have 500 people on Facebook who love me. I want to start a YouTube channel. A lot of times what happens is those people are following you on those platforms because that's their preferred platform. Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, whatever. And so they follow you there because that's where they hang out most, and so they're making sure they stay in touch with your content. So if you send them over to YouTube, they may absolutely love you and be like, yes, I'm going to subscribe to this channel because I love this person and I want to support them, but they may never come back to watch any of your videos because that's not their platform, right? So this is why you see an imbalance between like creators and other platforms, or other platforms and creators here on YouTube. You know, they may have 100,000 subscribers here on YouTube, but they have, 4,000 on Instagram, or they may have 500,000 here on YouTube and they have 10,000 followers on Twitter. It feels like a very disproportionate ratio, but that's why. People tend to find you on the platform they're most active on and stay. But if you have an existing audience and you know that you can send people over to YouTube, it is definitely worth doing. I would highly encourage you to somehow incentivize them to watch some of your videos though. So maybe you have a large following on Instagram, you've just started on YouTube, and they've been excited to see like your home tour or whatever. And instead of sharing it on Instagram, you incentivize them to go subscribe on YouTube and watch it on YouTube because that's the only place you're going to share that content. So there are a couple different ways you can do this, but if you have an existing audience, definitely go ahead and utilize that to get yourself to that 1,000 subscriber mark, because you might as well. Now again, asterisk, you have to know though that those people are leaving a platform that they're very active on to go to another platform that they may not be active on. So you may hit that 1,000 subscriber mark quicker than you hit the 4,000 watch time hours if this is your method of getting people to the channel. I feel like this next / last tip is a no-brainer, but I don't think it is. And so we've got to talk about it. The last thing I want to talk about on how you can really make sure you gain that 1,000 subscribers quickly is to have good quality content. And I mean good quality content on several different levels and in several different categories. So I feel like I've told you before about the person who wouldn't stop harassing me in my YouTube comments a few months ago and was basically like, I'm doing everything you're telling me and it's not working. This is all a bunch of bull crap, and like kept saying, I'm great. I'm a really awesome creator and none of this works and you're lying. Like, this person was angry. But I clicked on this person's channel after I got about 12 different comments and was like, well, I wonder what the problem is if they're that awesome and amazing at what they do. And there were so many problems as far as just the quality of content that alone was stopping them from growth. And I could have told them that in a second. Now I didn't, because they were rude and I just blocked them from my channel. But I do feel like there's two camps here. There's gonna be people who are really hard on themselves and be like, oh my gosh, I suck so bad and I need to be doing more quality or whatever. And then there's this other camp over here who's like, I'm doing everything I should be doing. I am amazing. I'm doing everything that people tell me to do and I'm still not growing, so it must not work. And you're gonna find your answer kind of in the middle of those two things. When I talk about good quality, first and foremost, I mean good quality. So remember when we picked the niche and remember when we talked about being searchable? Both of those things are not gonna matter at all if your content is not actually what they were looking for or doesn't actually help them. Example, let's say that you want to teach people Photoshop and you're like, I'm the all Photoshop YouTube channel and I'm going to teach all the tutorials about Photoshop. And you do a video on some kind of technique in Photoshop and you do good at, making sure it will perform in search and people start clicking. But let's say in your video that you're not easy to follow, that your tutorial skips around, that you're not showing them important things and they're getting lost halfway through. That is going to cause them to duck out really, really, really quickly. So there's a ton of different examples here, but my biggest thing I want to talk about with quality content is actually that your content is good, that it's not fluffy, that it's not clickbaity, that it's not junk. If someone clicks on your video and wants to watch what you say your video is about, then you better deliver them the content they just clicked on. So number one in our quality content box is actual content and making sure that it is what they are looking for when they are browsing the YouTubes, when they're searching, when they're just, on their homepage, whatever, that your content is what they kind of expected to get or blows them away even more when they saw the title of your video, your thumbnail, whatever. But I can't mention quality content without mentioning VAL. VAL is an acronym that I just came up with that stands for video, audio, and lighting. And it is the 3 key points when it comes to actual technical, tactical quality. Now hear me when I say this. I have done 1,000 videos about this in the past and mentioned this in 1,000 videos, but when I say that you need to focus on VAL, it does not mean that you have to have the top of the line camera, the top of the line lights, the top of the line microphone. It just means that you need to have good enough quality stuff to where people aren't in actual physical pain in their eyeballs and earballs watching your content. Again, an iPhone, a smartphone, especially now in 2020/2021, you can get away with using a phone all day long. That is good enough video quality. That's probably good enough audio quality, to be honest, depending on the scenario you're in. And getting yourself in front of a window is good enough lighting quality. But I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that if you do not have Val mastered, you are not going to grow as quickly as someone who does. And this is something that will inevitably grow and change with you as you grow and change. And as you step it up with equipment and things like that, do not think I mean you need top of the line everything. You just need to make sure that people can see you, people can hear you well without a lot of like echo, without a lot of, you know, like loud spikes in audio or noise, and that the video is not like grainy, crappy quality. That's it, okay? But it definitely fits into the good quality content box, because when I was talking about that person who was like spamming me a few months ago and I went to look at their channel, not only was just their content not good, like they were clickbaiting, and then you'd click on the video and it would be nothing about what the title said. Not only that, but every video must have been filmed on like the webcam of their computer, which I just did a video last week about how to up level in that area as well, because those built-in webcams are crap. And your phone is going to be so much better than a built-in webcam. So just use your phone. But this person's videos must have all been filmed on a low quality webcam. So the videos were very, very dark. It looked like they had their lights off, even though they probably didn't. In most of the videos, you couldn't hardly see the creator. Then the sound was full of like static and echo, and just it hurt your earballs to watch this video. And then whether because of the webcam or because of the lighting or both, there was like no lighting in these videos. So the content was actual literal crap. Now, I have created videos on my channel, particularly back in the day, where the content, like the content out of my face was good, but the content from a technical standpoint was crap, and those videos never did as well. I've had videos where I was blurry the whole time, where it was really dark, where my sound was awful, and people just don't watch those. And when they don't watch them, it tells YouTube that that content isn't good. YouTube is not going to serve it up. If YouTube doesn't serve it up, you don't get the opportunity for more eyeballs on your content. Hence, you do not grow. Hence, you do not get 1,000 subscribers in the next 30 days. Hence, yeah. So since I've talked about a lot here, I want to recap before we end this video. 1, you want to nail your niche. Make sure you know who you are creating videos for, so that you know how to create videos, the people watching knows that your content is for them, and YouTube knows who to serve it up to. Pimp out your homepage and make sure that it acts as a place where people self-qualify as someone who would be interested in your channel and in your content. Highly focus on search-driven content, especially in the beginning. Get your footing with some search-driven content. Then get creative, okay? Send your existing audience, if you have one, over to the YouTube platform. Send Instagram followers, Facebook followers, whatever, over to YouTube, and utilize an audience you already have if you already have one. And number 5 was to create quality content. Quality from a technical side and quality from a content side. Now, before I end this video, I would like to say again, thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. If you want to try Skillshare, do not forget that I have a link in the description below, and the first 1,000 people to click that link will get a free trial of Skillshare's premium membership. So if you need to step up the quality of your videos or learn to do anything with YouTube, Skillshare can help you out with that. The link is below, and I'd love for you to go down in the comments below and let me know which one of these you feel like you struggle with the most, especially if you're a brand new creator. Where are you struggling? Where do you feel like you could use a little help? Where is it not clear exactly where you're struggling? I would love to chat that out with you guys in the comments below. And until next time, bye y'all.